So we're just getting on the river cruise now. Exciting! Nice little boat this, isn't it? Perfect. Look, we've got a window spot, so when we set off.
If you look towards the front of the boat and upwards, you'll see the tops of three magnificent buildings, which are collectively known as the Three Graces. But more about them later. First, some safety information. For your safety and comfort, please remain seated. If you need to move about the boat, to use the toilet for example, please take care. Please do not put your head or arms out of the window, as we will be sailing under bridges. In that highly unlikely event of an incident requiring you to abandon ship, the captain will make an announcement, asking you to put on your life jackets, which are stored under your seat. Simply place your head through the hole and fasten the band around your waist. If you have difficulty, the crew will assist you. Then listen for the captain's instructions. Now please sit back and enjoy the trip. Now the Three Graces, the first of which, the Port of Liverpool building, opened in 1907. It was constructed as the headquarters of the Mersey Docks and Harbour Board. Its dome, the main focal point, was inspired by an unused design for Liverpool's Anglican Cathedral. The middle of the three is the Cunard building, opened in 1915. The building was the headquarters of the famous and still going strong Cunard shipping line. Liverpool still maintains its close relationship with the company as its cruise ships continue to dock in the port. Third of the Three Graces, the Royal Liver building, is considered to jewel in the crown. The Liver Bear at the top are the city's emblem. It opens in 1911 as the home of the Royal Liver Assurance Company. Tales of the two Liver Bears relate to the city's maritime heritage. The Liver Bear that looks over the Mersey is said to represent the wives at home, looking out for their sailor husbands. The Liver Bears watching over the city is said to represent the sailors, looking forward to meeting their families. Local legend also holds that if the two birds were ever to fly away, Liverpool would cease to exist. Yet so the legend is untrue. Warehouses, the Dock Board was determined to build a long-lasting complex, the result of which we now see before you. During the Second World War, Liverpool suffered enormous damage as a result of German bombing raids. The Albert Dock was also badly damaged. After the war, the Mersey Dock and Harbour Board decided to effectively abandon the Albert Dock and even considered its demolition. Thankfully, this did not happen, and in 1976, Liverpool City Council decreed the Albert Dock Conservation Area. In 1981, regeneration of the Liverpool waterfront began, and 4 years later, one of the dock's major attractions, the Merseyside Maritime Museum, opened. Today, the complex is a modern service and cultural centre, containing attractions such as the Tate Gallery and the Liverpool Store. It is also home to several shops, bars, restaurants and hotels. As we depart the dock, you will see across the road the Merseyside Police Headquarters and alongside it, the Hilton Hotel. The buildings now occupy what was once the site of Liverpool's, and indeed the UK's, first ever purpose-built dock. Opened in 1715, it was used to advance the town's involvement in the appalling transatlantic slave trade. From small beginnings, by 1807, the year of abolition, Liverpool was Europe's leading slave trade port. For more than 20 years prior, Liverpool slave trade merchants vehemently opposed abolition, believing it would result in financial ruin. During the period of involvement, over 1.5 million African men, women and children were transported by Liverpool ships into slavery in North America and the West Indies.
But look at that smile, the biggest
We are now travelling through Liverpool's oldest surviving dock, the Salt
Oh,
House.
bless her.
Opened in 1753, it was originally known as the South Dock.
Yeah.
Its name changed because it was close to the local merchant salt works. At the time, Liverpool was an important transport terminal for the salt industry.
Oh, isn't she cute?
We are now passing Woodley Quay, and opposite was once the site of the King's Dock, opened in 1785 and prepared to do so in the Mersey. The dock was closed to shipping in 1972. Now on the site are a number of
Oh, this is lovely. You can't beat this, can you? Nice cold drink and a nice
largest venue, the Liverpool Arena,
a nice
opened
boat
in
ride.
2008 to coincide with Liverpool's award as the European Capital of Culture. The arena seats over 11,000 and is the city's leading indoor entertainment centre. Many international stars have performed there, including Paul McCartney, Bob Dylan and Lady Gaga. King's Dock is also home to the John Lennon Peace Monument, dedicated to the memory of the ex-Beatle. The monument was unveiled on the 9th of October 2010 by John's ex-wife Cynthia and their son Julian. The date was chosen as John would have been celebrating his 70th birthday on the day.
I do apologise about the noise, guys.
Woodley opposite opened in 1856. It was designed by Jesse Hartley, the man responsible for the Albert Dock. It was also bombed during the Second World War, suffering more damage than the Albert Dock. So much so that almost half of it was demolished. Wapping, like the King's Dock, was also closed in 1972. The warehousing was restored and converted into residential apartments in 1988.
Memories are the most
The
important.
structure at the far end of the dock is a hydraulic tower, one of several which stand along the outer lines of the dock waterfront. The towers house the machinery for the operation of lock
You obviously
gates
can't
into
see
the
off
river.
camera, but I've got the most adorable little one here, little baby, giving me huge smiles.
The slave trade merchants
cute.
who forecast the financial ruin of Liverpool couldn't have been more wrong. Throughout the 19th century, they went from strength to strength, and the docks we passed through are clear evidence of that. Merchant trading was still needed,
Oh, I'm in
but
absolute
didn't
heaven.
require the slave trade to achieve success. During the 19th century, as well as travelling to the
What are you
Americas,
giggling at, missus?
hundreds of Liverpool merchant ships increased trade with Europe, Africa, Asia,
enjoying it?
including India and China, and later Australia.
Yeah, Mark.
Millions of tons
Going
of
on the
goods
big
arrived
wheel
at the
next.
port,
Woo.
which expanded further. In the 1840s and 50s, apart from the Albert and Robin docks, 10 further
Oh,
docks
imagine
were
living in one of those flats there.
Liverpool's working waterfront now
Got that little
stretched more than
balcony as
8
well.
miles along the Mersey. Liverpool was a boom town in the mid to late 19th century. As a consequence, its population rapidly expanded, as thousands of people from across the British Isles
So we're getting
came
this
to the
side now
town in
because we're
search
going
of
to
work.
turn around and then be able to do the other side coming back.
In 1801, Liverpool was home to about 77,000 people. 100 years later, its population has increased to an incredible 700,000. The rise in population did, though, cause many problems, including overcrowded accommodation, as thousands squeezed into the housing available. For much of the 19th century, house builders could not keep up with demand for the new
There's so much
accommodation.
to do here, isn't there? You need more than one day if you're going to come over to Liverpool,
During
definitely.
the same period, it was not only the transportation of merchandise which led to the expansion of the docks, but also the transportation of people. In the mid-19th century, to the outbreak of the First World War in 1914, Liverpool was Europe's leading immigration port, shipping people to America, Canada, Australia and New Zealand.
You can come here when you...
Hundreds of thousands of British citizens, as well as Scandinavians, Germans, Russians and Italians, boarded Liverpool ships to travel in search of new lives. Having arrived in Liverpool, often a small percentage of immigrants did not have the means to continue their onward journey. Many found work here and eventually settled in the town. A significant proportion of Liverpool's current population is descended from those would-be
I'm in the
immigrants.
speedboat, how cool.
Perhaps the most famous of all passenger ships, the Titanic, is associated with
Straight
Liverpool.
past you.
Its owners, by
Oh, look at the ripples
Starland,
that it brings on the water then. Wow.
2 words, Titanic
It's
and
fine.
Liverpool, were
It's just because
emblazoned
we're
on the
going
ship's
past really
bow.
fast, it causes ripples
In
on the
April
water.
1912, Titanic met a tragic end. Crossing the Atlantic, journeying to
Can't
America,
go too close to
it
them.
struck an iceberg and sank, killing many hundreds in the
No,
water.
that's a boy. Oh, is it? Yeah. Oh, no, that's a boy that's attached to the bottom. There might be like really shallow in that particular area. They're for a reason.
One of the Mersey's major attractions is the iconic Mersey Ferry, which is a long history sailing across the
There'll be
river.
a certain reason, yeah.
Limited
Let's
team
tell us.
months ran the first ferry service from Birkenhead to Liverpool in the late 12th
Oh, that's cool,
century,
isn't it?
taking travellers
You
to the
can't
small
see it on
fishing
here, but
village
the
of
building we're
Liverpool
going past, it's
and
basically
Market Place.
mirrored, so you can see all the boat and everything. It looks really cool
In
though.
the 20th century, there were 3 ferries travelling to and fro across the river from Liverpool's with 3 docksides on the Wirral Peninsula. Today there is just 1 boat, which still ferries passengers, but also includes a 50-minute river exploring sightseeing cruise.
Oh, you can't beat getting a smile off a baby though, can you?
If you look towards the front of the boat, you'll see the Liverpool Water Sports Centre. The centre is a not-for-profit organisation, but part of a charity called Local Solutions. Its aim is to make water sports accessible for all, by providing a wide variety of affordable activities. The activities include paddleboarding, open water swimming, kayaking and canoeing. You may well spot some people engaged in 1 or 2 of these activities on your return journey to the Albert Dock.
She's got me in there. Oh, it's so
After
cute.
return, look towards the city centre and you will soon see a red brick tower which dominates the Liverpool skyline. The tower is part of Liverpool's magnificent Anglican Cathedral, one of the 2 in the city. The cathedral looks nothing like the original design. As you know, that now belongs to the Port of Liverpool building. The tower stands 154 metres above the Mersey. Work began on the cathedral in 1904, but the building was not completed until 1978 when it officially opened. Construction took so long because each individual red sandstone block was carved on site by stonemasons. The cathedral is of record-breaking design. It is the largest in the UK and the largest Anglican cathedral in Europe. It contains the largest working church organ in the world and the highest and heaviest church bells in the world. The Anglican Cathedral is situated at the southern end of Bow Street. Half a mile away at the northern end of the street stands Liverpool's Catholic Cathedral. After you disembark and walk through the waterfront, look out for a building in the distance with a roof that looks as though
They grow
it's
super
topped with
fast,
a crown.
super fast.
This
Yeah.
is the Catholic
My youngest
Cathedral.
is nearly 9 now. I miss babies now. When
sit
I see
back
him, I
and
get
relax
bruised.
as
Even
we
then I'm
begin
like,
our
no,
return
you've
to
had
the
4,
Albert
you've
Dock.
done your bit.
Please
No,
remain
he's 11.
seated
I've got one
so your
older than
boat
him as
is
well. I've got
safely
4.
berthed at the dockside.
So, no, I've done my bit.
We will inform you when it's safe to disembark.
Are you getting fed up?
If you have
Are you?
enjoyed the boat tour, please ask your family and friends to try the experience.
Well, imagine living
Thank
here
you for
though.
choosing us for your
Imagine
tour,
having one of those
and enjoy
places.
the rest of your day in the wonderful city of Liverpool.
Not 12 yet, mate. Until your birthday. July, you'll be 12, won't you? So I'm trying to do the someone's really not enjoying it. Oh, look how beautiful are them places there. They're lovely. I love Blackpool, but if I lived anywhere else, I'd have one of them. There'll be private boats, Kate. So when they gave the safety talk, did you listen with your life jackets under your seat? I bet Mark didn't know. I know you. You would have been switched off through the whole safety talk, won't you?
I know, it was just boring.
So where's your life jacket, Mark?
Under my table.
And is that because I just told you?
And they said you put head in first, tighten your straps, and then put a cap.
Yeah, well done, Kayleigh, well done. So, do you know to put your head in first? You didn't, did you? So you know the people that don't listen, they're the ones...
That's a safety talk.
He said listen to this important safety talk, didn't he? And luckily, superstar here listens. So what do you have to do, Kate?
Put your head in first, tighten the straps, and then listen to the captain's orders.
See, she's a superstar. No, it's in the very unlikely event of an emergency.
We turned around, we're going to go past the canoes again.
People who don't listen are the ones who end up in trouble, aren't they?
Look at them though.
Like on aeroplanes, like people that inflate the life jacket in the airplane and then they can't get out the door.
Inflate it once you like get in.
That's the one. Oh, how nice is that property there on the corner?
Imagine just opening the window and seeing like millions of boats.
If I lived anywhere in Blackpool, it'd be on the dock here. How nice is that? Under another bridge. So I hope you're enjoying our video. We thought it'd be nice to get out of Blackpool today and do somewhere else. Yeah, another pool. Well said. So our next video after this one is going to be South Shore. We're going to go down South Shore. It's probably going to be Wednesday now before I can get down there. Kayleigh, we need to sign you and Mark up to there, to the water sports centre, so you can do kayaking and pedalos and sailing. Would you like that?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah? Gonna go sailing? Captain Kayleigh. Oh look, how cool would that be? That doesn't look like it's open. We're going to come back in a couple of weeks, so we can Google that centre, give them a call and ask them details about that, yeah?
Is that kids driving? Oh, Kings. I thought it said kids.
Nice car park. Well, it's lovely anyway. I'm enjoying myself on this nice boat ride. So you've got King's Dock car park just across from us. You can see the big wheel over there, guys. Don't think you can see it on the GoPro, but I can. No, you definitely can't see it. What time is it, guys? Because we have our bus thing at 4 o'clock. We should have time to do one museum before we go to the and then we'll get on. 15 minutes should be enough to it's okay. We can stay here till like 8 o'clock if needs be. That's fine. The only person that will be upset is Daniel, but we can sort it out with him, okay? Yeah, we can stay until like the end because we'll be home by half 9. It's fine. I'll make sure we get. The thing is, all the museums and stuff are going to close by half 5. After half 5, it would just be like walking around or going for tea or something like that. I love my baby.
I'm not a baby.
Right, Mrs. Other parents will back me up on this. You are still my baby, even when you're 37.
No.
Yeah, she is. She's 500.
And you're my baby.
She's 500.
Who are you, Gryffindor? Who are you, Dumbledore?
Yeah, she was born in like 2000.
I'm not a baby,
No, not
that's a
2000.
baby.
She was born in 1682. 1682.
Oh, while I'm here, I'll show you the price list. So £7 for an adult, £6 for seniors, £3.50 for a child, and then the bar menu, can you see it? £2 for a Coke, £2 for a vodka, Pringles £2.50. Ooh. It's not bad. Oh, imagine living here, how cool is that? When we go to eat, you can charge it. So you got the we're still in the Albert Dock. You've got the Atlantic Pavilion. Of course, we're in the Albert Dock. Where else would we be? Oh, we've just gone across to Ireland, guys. There's the big wheel, which hopefully Mark is going to be doing you.
Tiny though.
It's not tiny. Marky here is going to be going up there and doing a video for you guys. You're brave, Mark. You're not like your mum, are you? Kayleigh said for the big wheel. What was your answer going up? Not a chance, was it? Or I hope it held. I love it how he describes that over there as tiny. So that's nearly the height of the tower.
It's not.
Didn't you Google it and say?
250 and that's way
I thought you Googled it and said it was 450.
It's not 450.
What is it? No. Google it now then. Does anybody know what's the height of it? 'Cause they told me earlier it was 450 feet. Little monkeys. Oh, look how green it is. Anyway, we're nearly done with our boat tour, not long now. And we can go and get in some of the museums as well. There's some really good museums here. I love the Titanic one and the Customs and Excise one. We're hoping to get into both of them before they close. And then when we've done all the museums, we can go and have tea. Yay! Museums first, because they close. You can have some of the food out the back. You can wait, we're going to do museums first, okay? So we're back now, we're coming back into the dock. That's our boat journey done. Highly recommend if you come to Liverpool. You can't go wrong for what, £7? £7 for an adult. Adults are classed from 13, by the way. So 13 upwards is £7. A senior is £6, and a child 5 to 12 is £3.50. If you're under 5, you're free. But it was really nice. That nice little boat ride. We're going to go hit the museums now. I wonder if people live on these boats that are like docked up here. I'd love to live on a boat, it would be so cool. Imagine having one of those flats up there. Ooh, that would be nice. That has got to be the smallest balcony I've ever seen. Got some lovely pubs and cafes on here though, haven't you? Pride of Liverpool, Rubens, welcome to Tate Liverpool, just there. Tate Liverpool is a museum. We're hoping to get into that. We've got a few hours left to squeeze everything in. And that was the end of the boat trip. This is called Princess of Albert Dock. Tate Cafe just there.